Heroes of Might and Magic, A Strategic Quest, is a turn-based strategy game set in a medieval fantasy world. You hire a hero from one of 4 factions and explore a map, gathering resources and building up armies to fight other heroes and capture their castles to win. The Heroes of Might and Magic series is a spin-off of the RPG series Might and Magic, in which you navigate fantasy mazes as a party of adventurers until you start finding spaceships and shit. The sci-fi parts of the main series never made it into the spin-off strategy series and instead focuses on armies of fantasy critters led by characters featured in the main series. Make sense? The first in the strategy series was released August 31st, 1995 for DOS. It has a very stylistic, cartoony look and features some amazing music. The series was hugely popular, especially in places like fucking Russia, and everybody has their own favorite Heroes game. It seems like it depends on which game the person played first, but there are valid reasons to like any of the games over the other ones. All Heroes games seem to be of the type easy to learn, hard to master, and anybody can pick up any game in the series and start playing. Somebody may prefer the stylized graphics of the first 2 games, someone may like the relative simplicity of the first game. Others may like the characters featured in a game, whether because of their actions in that game or because they came from a game in another series. Heroes of Might and Magic was developed by New World Computing and heavily borrowed from an older game they developed called King's Bounty. They both feature exploration of a top-down map and a mounted hero leading armies of creatures. But the Heroes of Might and Magic series introduced static towns owned by the player that they could build up and develop so as to have a constant source of new creatures to add to their armies. Heroes of Might and Magic is one of my favorite game series of all time, and I'm super excited to be sharing it with the internet. And hopefully someone who hasn't heard of this series before will be enlightened and compelled to try it out. However, even though I've been playing these games for something like 2/3 of my life, I'm not super great at them. I mean, I've seen people who memorize percentages and chance of things happening and shit like that. I've never really played like that. I almost like sucking at the games. Anyway, please, come watch me suck at Heroes of Might and Magic, A Strategic Quest. Alright, welcome to Heroes of Might and Magic 1. This is Wesley playing here. I think I have read before that this is a notoriously difficult game to record, and I think I'm seeing why. I mean, I've got the GOG, Good Old Games version installed, and that's what I'm playing. But as you can probably see, that it doesn't like having any other programs open at the same time. So I've got my capture program going, but it's making things run extremely slowly, and animations kind of just appear 1 pixel at a time. I'm gonna try to give you guys a kind of an overview here. This is the first scenario in the first campaign. I don't even know what the sound sounds like in this playing back. Probably not good. And I've said before, I'm not like any kind of superior tacticer kind of person. There are people who, you know, are obsessed with the series, and rightfully so. And, you know, they'll beat games without losing any creatures and stuff like that. I've never been on that level. I've had trouble with just, you know, basic campaign missions and stuff, so... Fucking come on, fucking goblins. So while this slowly fades into existence from the nether, let me tell you a couple things that I like in particular about the first game of the Heroes series. First is the town screen art. You can see over on the left side, and in this one that's slowly appearing, that it actually has little sprites of the guys that you get from the dwellings. Those are the buildings that I can get creatures from. And they have the little guys out there doing stuff. He's working the bellows. They're over here jerking off. I don't know what they're doing, but... Oh, that's a lot of archers. Well... Let's see how this goes. It's okay, I'll just load the autosave. It autosaves at the end of every turn. So when you hit the end turn button, it makes an autosave. So if you fuck up like that, you're not really missing out on too much. What the fuck am I waiting for still? I guess the enemy heroes are having as much problems moving around as I am. Well, instead of going down there, I'll go over here. Get the resources, grab the mine. I played this scenario a couple days ago, testing it out or whatever. You know, I don't know if I've ever played Heroes of Might and Magic 1 before, like, a couple days ago. I may have, but if I did, it was very briefly and a long time ago. Mostly I played 3. And 3 is my favorite. And people who care about the series will give me shit for that for some reason. Like, I mean, 3 is my favorite, and that's because I grew up with it, so a lot of stuff and ideas and thoughts that I had when I was a kid, what do I need? Was influenced by Heroes 3, because that was the one that I played when I was at an age when I was taking things in and basing ideas off of it and all that. Star Wars came out, or the special edition came out around the same time. And so, like, those two things, those were both really big parts of my childhood. And then before that, Jurassic Park, stuff like that, so. I mean, you know, a lot of the ideas that kids have about the world kind of are based on the movies and games and things that they play and the people that they're with, I guess. Anyway, Heroes 3 is my favorite. But I will say that's probably just because it's the one I played. If I had played 2 before that, and I had played 2 more, 2 might be my favorite. And a lot of people's favorite Heroes game is Heroes of Might and Magic 2. I don't think I've seen anybody say Heroes 1 is their favorite. There are probably people, though, who like it the best. But if you had played 1 and 2, then you're probably going to like 2 better, because it's basically the same game. It's just got, you know, updated everything. Get this peasant here. I think these guys join me. They want to join me? Yeah. I actually wasn't sure. I just kind of guessed. Waiting for him to disappear. Always get the gold from the chest, because gold is always useful, and you can always get experience from elsewhere. Well, not always. I guess you could. So in this scenario, all I have to do is go and capture this one town, and it's just barely up north, past like a group of gargoyles or some shit. So I'm going to wait till the next week, because every week your creature huts get replenished. Get all my dudes. I'll have a fairly good-sized army, and this scenario gives you a shit ton of gold, so I can afford it. And I'll go up, maybe kill whatever couple of heroes maybe roaming around nearby. I'll go and capture the town, and that'll be the end of the first scenario. I'll show you. Alright, so I got my army. I went and I got the artifact that was being guarded by the group of shooty dudes. Someone went and killed the gargoyle army for me, so now I'm just coming in here. And there's a couple of hero guys, enemy heroes right nearby, so I'm killing them, and then there's a dragon outside of the town, so I'm going to kill that one next. Everybody always goes after my fucking archers. They seriously, like, just from my experience so far, like, they're my favorite unit. They're really fucking good. The AI, however, is not so good. Like, it always sends up, you know, a couple stacks of dudes to go and, like, protect the archers. But, like, nobody ever makes it over to them anyway. They'd be put to much better use by just going and, you know, attempting to attack the enemy creatures. But I guess that's what I get for using the auto combat function. And then enemy creature AI always just, they try to kill my archers no matter what. I don't know what the deal is, but I hate it. It makes me sad. Yeah, kill that fucker. Not my fucker. Get him, peasant. Damn. How many? I have 200 something peasants. Could not kill that dragon there. We'll see how long it takes for the win screen to pop up. And look at that. Gateway has fallen. That was the castle I was trying to get. It's called Gateway. The other lords have abandoned their castles and fled. They have altered their homelands and now gather their forces. Speed is of the essence. And it looks like there's a hero from each town over there on the wind screen there. Got a knight, sorceress, a wizard, and a barbarian, I think. And then they've got... I don't know if that's all the creatures, but that's a lot of them. And they're all just kind of sitting there looking off to the right in celebration of me winning. Look at that purple one. I think that's a Cyclops. No, that's a Cyclops, the brown one. That's a troll, I guess. Where's CJ? Look at him. Look at his fucking, like, MS Paint, like, spray can chest hair.
He looks fucking fabulous.
I'm gonna play one of the, just kind of simple scenarios, standard game, they call it in this one. What is this? King of the Hill? Makes it a little harder, apparently, looking at the difficulty rating percentage down the bottom. Let's shoot these scenarios. Close quarters. Badlands sounds good. And I want to play a different castle than, or a different kind of town than the one I've been playing. I don't know if the color picks it, or if that just changes what color my town is. I don't know. Let's try this. We'll see what happens. I want to show you guys another town other than the castle town that I've been playing. Okay, so this is different. This looks like Wizard Town. Okay. Oh, look at that. Little flying serpent thing. So the creatures in these games are all kind of classic, like, mythology creatures, except for the human guys. And that's probably because the RPG series that it's based off of, they would use, you know, classic monsters as the ones that you run into when you're going through the maze and shit like that, so just keeping with that theme. Oh, look at that, my town is called Baywatch. That probably helps date the game a little bit. I mean, besides the graphics. And you know, I'm running it on DOSBox. So I think I'm getting close to my limit of how patient I can be with the game going so fucking slow. But I think I've shown a good amount of the game, giving people an idea of, you know, how it plays. Just imagine like all of it basically going twice as fast as it is, and you'll get a pretty good idea. The game is, you know, It's fairly simple, but it has a lot of intricacies. It's really fun. And I like it a lot. A lot of people like it a lot. Maze and swap. Maze. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope this wasn't too frustrating watching it go this slow. Hopefully the other games don't do the same thing. The second might, third probably not. But yeah, thanks for watching me suck at Heroes of Might and Magic 1. Come and join me again sometime soon for Heroes of Might and Magic 2. I forget what the subtitle it is. Thanks, and... Come on. Build. There we go. Bye-bye.